Hi, welcome to Baz Food. Today we're going to be making a beef casserole in red wine, known by the French as Bourguignon. This is my version, it's cheap's version, using a bottle of not expensive red wine, about £6 a bottle, some green streaky bacon, a couple of bay leaves, a few sprigs of fresh thyme, some chestnut mushrooms, roughly chopped carrot and thickly sliced banana shallot, a couple of cloves of garlic and a piece of top rump that was reduced from £16 to £4 in our local supermarket.
That's pretty good.
Well, that's what inspired me to make
You lose £12.
Yeah, also got a little bit of beef stock. So, I'm going to chop this into chunks and then you can come back to me and I'll show you the method. Right, first stage is we're going to fry off our sliced shallots and carrots, give them a little bit of colour. We'll put those into a few tablespoons of hot olive oil and stir them around, and they're just going to soften and caramelise for about 5 minutes. You keep giving them an occasional stir with it, but keep the lid on. These have been sauteing for about 5 minutes. You can see they're starting to get really nice caramelised brown colour.
It's got a good sizzle too.
Good sizzle too. We're just going to lift these out of the pan so we can continue with stage 2. Stage 2 is, I'm going to tip the bacon in and get that nice and crispy. I'm going to cook this at the same time as our mushrooms. Again,
look at that, listen to that sizzle.
Then lid on, 5 minutes, keep coming back.
So we're flambeing. I did this in a video that never got uploaded.
So we've been sauteing our bacon and chestnut mushrooms up.
Stand back.
Stand back.
Whoa. Whoa.
Deglaze the
You've got the
nice.
smell of brandy now everywhere.
I'm just going to remove those from the pan. And then we'll come back and do the beef. It's been tossed in a little bit of seasoned flour. And it's going into a hot pan. We're just going to brown this off. Sizzling. We'll come back in 5 minutes. I'll show you the colour we want on this beef. Don't crowd the pan with too many pieces at once. So we've got all our beef that's nicely browned. Now we can add a little bit of brandy over that. Get that nice and hot.
Stand back.
Do another little flambe. Burn the alcohol off. Do that. Burning nicely. I'm going to add in our mushrooms, onions,
Give it a mix.
the bay leaves, a bit of garlic, and strip some of these little thyme leaves off the stem.
There's a stem in there.
There's a stem in
They
there.
snuck
It'll
in.
be fine, it'll be fine.
They snuck in.
Right, we're going to give that a stir around. Hands hot, so I need a cloth. Right, so that's just had a minute to soften the onion. So I've got a whole bottle of wine here, minus a tiny glass for the chef. And so we're going to put the whole bottle in. There we go. A bit left. Put a little bit of that. I'm going to bring that up to the boil, reduce it right down, and then I'm going to add some stock. So that's going to take about 15 minutes, so we'll come back.
So what's happening now, Baz?
So as you can see, our whole bottle of wine is reduced down to about half a bottle of wine. Now I'm going to add about 200 millilitres, 250 millilitres of stock, a good pinch of salt, and a good old grind of pepper. Got Jem's little brother in the background, ignore him.
Yeah.
So a good grind of pepper. We're going to stir that round once more. And we're going to make a cartouche. It's just a piece of greaseproof paper that we're going to pop over the top to keep all the steam and all the juices inside. We're going to cover that with foil, pop it in the oven.
Oh.
So we've got our cartouche, we've topped it with foil. We're going to pop it into a low oven of about 160 degrees, and we'll come back in about an hour and a half and check the beef for tenderness. If it's not ready, we'll give it another half an hour.
What are we doing now, Baz?
Well, this is the beef bourguignon that we cooked yesterday. It's had about an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes in the oven, and then we cooled it, put it in the fridge, and we're having it for lunch today with some mash and some spring greens. So I'm just going to plate up for us all. You can see how delicious this looks. Nice big chunks of meat, glistening sauce,
Oh, it's beautiful.
little mushrooms,
We even have this.
spring greens to accompany it with just a bit of salt and pepper on it. There we go. Done.
Beautiful.